Okay, so welcome to another episode of Culture and Sound. This is a very, very special episode. We've got our first guest. We're joined with Anz Milliano. It's so good to have you, bro. I love it when we can just get an episode or like bring someone on quickly and easily, or just like done in a flash. So we're so pleased to have him on the show. Obviously, we got the regulars. Boys, tell them who you are.
E-Man245.
That was nice and short.
For once.
To be fair, he's been on a nice roll. It's been pretty short recently.
Yeah, continuously, as always, man.
Yeah, brilliant. And Demi Fahimi. Today we're going to be discussing... What are we going to be discussing today, guys? First off, we have to discuss Anz and his music and everything he's been doing, making waves, making some great music. Obviously, Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Some of us have been to see shows recently. Emmanuel was at Murky Fest, is it?
Stormzy Fest.
Stormzy Fest. You went to Love Box, and me and you both went to go see Travis Scott recently.
Yep.
Shouts out to Travis Scott. And then finally we'll be discussing Rob and Chyna. Obviously we're a little bit late to the party, but we'll be discussing it in a different way. So obviously chapter time's in the description below as always, and let's start the show.
Stone Island from my head to my feet. When I step on the street, I don't know what it costs, but I know it's expensive. She told me she loved me, but really I don't even know if she meant it. And if feds pull this whip, that's numerous offensive.
Alright, so before we start this section with Anz Milliano, we have here's a little video of his very popular single, Tina. We hope you enjoy it, I'm sure you will, and I can't wait to discuss everything he's been doing over the last few months and just get a better idea of what he's got planned going forward.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Best friend telling me not big friend. I got a girl cool Tina, she my best friend.
Breakable lives beats.
Best friend telling me not big friend. I got a girl cool Tina, she my best friend. She made me crazy anytime she go low. All of them niggas never did it right, I correct them. Best friend telling me not big friend. I got a girl cool Tina, she my best friend. I make her crazy when I'm calling her my baby. She my lady and she knows I got her back. She my best friend. She my best friend.
So got you on the show. It's good to have you.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, just where I want to start is, how did you start your career? Like, what was it that made you think, you know what, today's the day I want to do music?
That's a good question, Flipping. Well, basically, I used to play football. For everybody that knows me, everybody that doesn't know me, I used to play football, and football was my life till about year 11. So to cut a long story short with football, I was going in and out of clubs. I went from Arsenal to Man United, all on trial, Spurs, and going towards the end of year 11, I found myself at Southampton, and it was a thing where, as I was growing, kind of time was against me, and it wasn't really on my side. So it was a time where I could have been offered my scholarship, could have not. So unfortunately, I didn't get offered my scholarship for reasons that some people might know, some people might not know, but I'll just keep that undisclosed. But so yeah, I went on to college where I went to Haven sixth form, and it kind of started there. I enrolled in a music technology BTEC course, and yeah, it was a thing where I always found music fun. So there was, lucky for me, there was a studio that everybody used in our college. There was actually two studios, but I always found myself using the main one. So obviously I knew I could rap in a sense. So me and my two boys, Jacob and Ron, who are two big influences in my career so far, every like 10 minutes or every 1 hour break we had, we'll go in there. Even if we couldn't get the key in there, we'll take our IDs and jam it into the door to open the door to get in there. And yeah, it kind of started there. So it gradually, the seriousnity in my career gradually grew, and to the end of second year, when we was leaving, I was like, raw, like, now we're going into uni, like, I want to start making something of myself. So that's when I started going to Landmark Studios in Acton. Big up my guy Gabs, he's my engineer. But yeah, started going there and started taking everything more serious, and yeah, man, here I am today.
No, that's great. I mean, it seems like it's just been a natural progression. I mean, for you, what was it like when, because obviously Tina is the big song for you right now, 100,000 plays on YouTube, and it's just doing numbers, and people are really enjoying it. What for you was like the motivation to write that song?
With me, with my music as a whole, I like to keep it real in the sense where I want to touch everybody's emotions, whether a guy's thinking about a girl, whether a guy's on the roadside, things like that. So obviously, regarding the guys on the roadside, it's a thing where people know me, I do know people involved in certain aspects in life, certain corners in life. So I like to touch everybody in the whole. So with Tina, it was a kind of thing when I was in the studio, and I always go off of how I'm feeling at the time. So if I feel like I want to write a tune about a girl, I'll write a tune about a girl. So it was a thing where at the point in time, I think it was kind of weird the way the song came about, because I remember before that studio session, I had a lecture. So I was kind of in a lecture, and then one of the girls' names that I chill with in uni, it rhymes with Tina. So and she's like my good friend in uni, so we're always chilling together. So that's where I kind of got the name Tina from, because I didn't want to say her name, but at the same time I just said Tina. So and then it just kind of, as the beat was running, it kind of just came into my head, and then I went into the booth, I put it down, I was like, oh shit, that sounds cold. And then literally all you hear on Tina, it was pretty much a freestyle, to be fair. From the hook to the verses, everything was pretty much a freestyle. So that's how Tina came about. And yeah, thankfully he's doing numbers, but there's much more to come for sure.
100%. I mean, I love the song. I think it's so good, and it's definitely embracing the sound that's quite popular in the UK right now. I mean, how would you describe your sound if you had someone ask you, which I am now, but if someone asked you to describe your sound, what would you say?
In the type of way I would like to say authentic, but obviously every individual artist would like to be known as authentic, but with my music, all I can say is that it's real. Obviously everybody has their own perception of real. My perception of real is being honest with yourself in a whole way, whether like you're feeling down, you're feeling happy. Because what people need to realise about me as an artist is that, as well as the whole kind of jiggy type of tunes you might hear like Tina, I can dwell into the real rap type of stuff. So those are the type of feelings and kind of topics I like to go into as an artist. So I would say I'm very different, especially if I'm comparing myself to artists, especially in this era. I think pretty much I'm the only one that can do what I do. But that's just me being a bit confident and cocky, to be fair.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, obviously we know a lot of the artists in this area, and it's like there's definitely a bit of a scene going here, isn't there?
Yeah, most definitely. Obviously, shouts out to my guy D1. That's like my big bro in this team. To be fair, like he gives me a lot of wisdom, and also when I see him, I want to inspire to do better as well. And obviously, shouts out to my guy Mr. Richie as well. Yeah, man. Even Tens as well. My guy Tens. Obviously, he hasn't been on this platform yet, but he's still an artist that's due to do big things. And obviously, I see people like Tommy Tucker, things like that. But yeah, man. In this area right now, it's really good to see, because I think that people need to start listening to this area, because right now it's a bit.
But producing some great music.
Some great music, but now it's just a sense of now we need to get it out there to the right people, and obviously I think we're going towards the right direction. With I see my boy D1 doing good things, so yeah, man, the future's bright. Most definitely.
I mean that's great, and I'm just interested. Is there the possibility for you guys to work on music together, or what's the?
Me and D1.
Or just anyone, because obviously you shout out a few people there.
With me, I'm always ready to work. I always just ask 100% from the other artists and dedication, and me, I'm more than willing to work no matter what genre it is. I'm sure we can create something magical. But in terms of any collaborations in the near future, why not? But I know for myself right now, I'm working on a couple of projects that are soon to come out. So right now, that's my main focus. And yeah, it's due to be kind of big. So yeah, make sure you watch out for that.
Definitely.
Nice, decent. One question.
Yep.
At this point, 100,000 100,000 views,
Yeah.
like starting. What is the next step for you?
Good question. The
Yeah.
next step for me, obviously, with my first video doing 100k, over 100k now, which I didn't expect, to be fair, and it's kind of a big thing, especially for not an artist that's not known at all, just to come out with 100k plus. The next step for me, just to be fair, it might sound a bit mad, but I don't really think of the next step. I just carry on doing what I'm doing, in a sense where I know I just need to carry on going extra hard in the studio, work harder, things like that. But as I said before, there are projects there. There are big name artists that have shouted me to work with them. So that's kind of, in terms of my next project coming out, that's the next move for me, to get my name associated with an artist who's of that caliber, which people are going to say, oh my god, like he made a track with this guy, so this guy must be serious. So trust me, it's all a process, but the ball is surely rolling.
Okay.
Cool. I got a question as well, man.
Yeah, sure.
So, who inspires you? Do you take more of your inspiration from UK music? Is it US music? Is there certain people in particular where you hear their songs and you try to incorporate elements into your music?
To be fair, with inspiration, I get my inspiration from obviously like my people, and when it comes to music, I don't listen to US music.
Yeah.
At all.
The only bits of music, the only artists I kind of listen to from the US is Rick Ross, Drake, and Meek Mill sometimes, but those are the only artists, to be fair. And obviously I do listen to Afro beats as well, which gives me a massive influence. But UK wise, the UK music scene, that's all I listen to. So I listen to people like K. Cole, I listen to people like Wretch 32, massive influence in my life.
Which is amazing.
Flipping A2, Dave, listen to a lot of Dave, to be fair. And also, who people might not know about is Rose. He doesn't really have content on YouTube, but it's all on SoundCloud. He's a massive influence to me. But when it comes to people, obviously you've got the cliche thing, like family, things like that. But there's pretty much three main guys who inspire me the most. One, my boy Jacob, who was with me from the start. Like he was my producer from the start. So he kind of reminds me where I'm coming from and where I want to be. My boy Ron is two, who if people know me, they know Ron as well. Like, Ron is my right hand. And three would be my cousin Ola Aina. He's also a Chelsea footballer.
Is that your cousin?
Yeah, that's my cousin. That's my cousin. Still, just recently gone on loan to Hull. He's a massive inspiration to me because because I just finished my first year in uni, and my university was around his area, so I stayed with him. And obviously from his house I'll go to the studio, come back, and there's things like he always asks me, oh, what's next? Like, let's just spit bars around it, even though obviously he's a footballer, but he loves to have fun like that.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, man, those are all my influences in my career, to be fair.
No, I love that, and especially just taking inspiration from everywhere in your life, not just the obvious places. And I also am very interested in the fact that you don't listen to US music, which I think definitely is quite clear in your sound. I mean, I try to make that as clear as possible with my influences, because especially with influences nowadays, with US music, I feel like it just gasses people too much. And like when I was little, it used to gas me bad. Like it made me want to shoot people. And even though obviously you get that type of music in this country, but I feel like it just gasses too much. But UK music gasses people as well. But with me, I'm an artist. Like what I can describe myself best as is that I'm not a flashy artist. And that comes within my inspirations and things like that, because the main thing, like when it comes to music, you will never hear me talk about things like money. You might hear me drop a few bars about money, but I won't drop it in a sense of in a flashy way, talking about designers and things like that. Obviously there's nothing wrong with it, but that's just my personal preference, because obviously that's not in my built in my career stature, but that's just me, man. No, I think that's brilliant, and I really like the way you're going about things, and just you seem really humble and really honest, and just definitely.
Thank you.
I mean, you man sort of asked this question, so I guess you don't know where you're going next. What's next for you? Is there a possible project or anything, or?
I pray, God willing, that by the end of the year I'll be able to release at least a short mixtape just for people that have been like with me from day one, things like that. Because at this point in time, if people have realised that I've kind of gone ghost a bit, especially on socials. But in general, I'm actually an anti-social person. I don't really talk, I'm about my own business, but. Especially for the people, I won't even call them fans, I just call them my people that were with me from day one, because I remember the first track I ever released was a track called Last Night in Peace, which I put on my SoundCloud, and it got crazy, like down mad numbers, and I was thinking like, well, for me mad numbers like 300 plus likes, because I was only used to like 5 likes on that.
Yeah, of course.
So my aim, especially for the end of the year, is just to release a kind of real rap project, which is nothing like. No auto-tune on it, just straight facts. Like just allowing people to get to know me, because I know that's because I'm antisocial, people don't really get to know, like get to see me and know me in a sense where, say, people are always posting on Instagram, seeing their life. Like that's how they let people in. But this project is gonna be a way of letting people into how I think, what I go through on a day-to-day basis, on the experiences I've gone through in life, things like that. But hopefully I'll be able to drop that by the end of the year. If not, it'll definitely come early January.
Perfect. So I guess this is your opportunity to tell the people where they can find all your music online, which is great. I mean, if you haven't heard it already, you're missing out. So please let them know where you can.
All my videos on Link Up TV at this moment in time, Tina, and the test which I most recently released. Obviously just type in Anz Milliano, you'll find that. I do have one video, Last Night in Peace, that is on Grind Daily, but that was at the start of my career when I didn't really know what I was doing. But yeah, you can check that out. I think it's just labelled under the name Anz. If you want to find me on socials, Instagram is just Anz Milliano. Twitter and SoundCloud is all Anz Milliano 1, but put in mind I'm not really active on Twitter, so if anyone DMs me or asks me, like, I can't lie, you'll probably not get a shout back unless if it's like a month down the line, fair enough. But yeah, Instagram is probably where I pay the most attention to. So yeah, that's how you guys can find me, to be fair.
Perfect. Just to end this segment, here's a little snippet of Anz's song, the test, isn't it? Test intro, and we're confident you're going to enjoy what you hear, so definitely go check out his music. Like I said before, if you haven't heard it, you're missing out.
Oh yeah. It's been a long night trying to get this paper, call me Undertaker, cause I met my maker saying fuck the favour, tell him about me later cause I had to take her, oh man.
Alright, so this is the next topic we'll be discussing: Conor McGregor versus Floyd Money Mayweather. Arguably the biggest fight on the planet that'll probably happen this year. Can't believe this has finally happened. Here is a clip from their press tour. McGregor's been saying some ridiculous things, and especially the stuff about the school backpack is hilarious. So we hope you enjoy this clip.
What the fuck is he wearing? He looks like a little breakdancer or something, a little 12-year-old breakdancer, bitch. What the fuck? He's 40. You're 40 years of age. Dress your fucking age. Carrying a school bag on stage. What are you doing with a school bag on stage? You can't even read.
It's a L. Alright, so is everybody looking forward to the fight?
Yeah, pretty much, because the thing is, I had this conversation with my guy. I'm not gonna mention his name, but he can kickbox, and basically he said going into the ring with a boxer is a completely different battlefield. Like you can't keep, like he said, I can't keep up with them. Like if it's just a normal street fight, you can definitely hit them and whatnot and get them on the floor easy. But if it's in a ring, in a boxing ring, it's a completely different setup. So he said that he definitely thinks that Floyd would win. But in terms of like McGregor getting that one bang, then we'll just have to see.
Is there a possibility that, does anyone think there's a possibility that McGregor could get a lucky punch in?
Yeah, there's always a strong possibility. Always a strong possibility, but bro, I think he just finished, man. That's not even boxing talk. That's just in it. As a person, I think he just finished. Obviously, like I rate him because he knows how to put on a show, things like that. But he just needs to fix up slightly, man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's even like The Rock with the stuff he's saying, just getting in people's faces, going around telling Mayweather he can't read.
It's low-key like WWE, you know.
Yeah, it's been like
It's
WWE.
not on WWE things,
It's ridiculous. I just don't understand, like...
He's funny though, man.
I love watching it. I love watching it. Like I think the press conference. If you just gave us the press conference and not the boxing match, I'll be calm. You know?
It's same.
Like that's just pure comedy.
It's crazy.
No, them man are mad because obviously I think, like, I don't see how McGregor can get in the ring with Mayweather. Like, I think this is going to be really bad for McGregor. Like, Mayweather is light years ahead of him in boxing, and it is not even comparable, like, how good they both are at boxing. Like, this is Mayweather's job, this is what Mayweather does, the best in the world, and he's gonna ruin McGregor's career.
Have you guys seen the videos of them training?
I haven't even seen it, you know.
There's a video, of Mayweather, and obviously, man, he's like the best defensive
Yeah,
boxer.
he's just
So he's like, he's hitting the bag, and he's just
he's just looking at Mandem at the same time he's doing this.
And then you see McGregor's training video, and it's like
He's real focused. He's just
like going up, not even half the speed that Mayweather's
it's
going.
like
I don't know if they put that video out just to make it look more bait that there's a mismatch, but I don't see if McGregor's lucky, Mayweather will end it quick because I don't want to see him go all the rounds, man. He's not going to be able to compete.
He doesn't have
not a fair
he's
fight.
a UFC fighter, so
Yeah.
what they've got like 3 rounds. I want to say it might be 5, but they're not that long. It's not as long
No, I
as a
think
box.
they're going all 12 rounds.
Yeah, exactly, but it's not as his stamina won't be there for that.
Nah, their stamina is mad.
Nah, he has stamina for what he does.
Yeah.
But to go 12 rounds, that's a long.
Nah, like I don't know the whole thing, but like there's this guy at my work, like he comes and just wrestles with me for no reason. It's just
That's a bit nuts. That's a bit skeptical.
it's mad.
And you allow him to wrestle you.
No, I always put him on the floor. Like, but the thing is, it's just the fact that you just get mad tired. It's like a boxing match. I don't know how that goes in it, but it's just, to be honest, I think like his core, Conor McGregor's core, is spot on. Like, I think he can last at least 7 rounds. That's it. Like, I'm talking about boxing. But after that, you just get tired. If you saw the Nate Diaz fight when he was walking around, like when he got hit in the face a couple of times and he got a bit tired, that's the only thing I'm worried about. But other than that, I think he can really last 7 rounds. That's it. Whereas Floyd, he will go the full 12.
That's Floyd's game anyway, to
exactly
go the full 12 and
just keep dodging shots, keep moving,
100%.
keep the shoulder on the shin and whatnot. That's it. But, nah,
I just can't see it going any other way really.
Do you man think there's gonna like a clause in the contract where if he was to try and do anything UFC style, forfeits?
Yeah, Mayweather's a very smart guy. Like, he's not dumb.
Yeah.
I have a feeling if Conor McGregor doesn't get his way, he'll just put some leg up.
Fam, imagine.
That's it.
Peak, bro.
That is going to be so interesting. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, he must have, because Floyd's, like we said, Floyd's not dumb. He's going to put that in the contract to make sure that nothing can happen like that.
But then again, it's a boxing match, so
I guess
regardless of any clause, it's like
we don't expect him to do anything.
If you kick, headbutt, elbow, whatever, you're done.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Bro, McGregor don't care, fam.
100%. UFC is crazy when you think about it. Like, in comparison to any other sports, like, it's just mad. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? That's not actually like, I can't explain it, but it's just human beings trying to kill each other. Basically, if you ever want to watch human beings trying to kill each other,
pretty much. Because like in boxing, one person pointed this out to me. He said, basically in boxing, when you knock out one person and the person's on the floor, they would stop the person and they'll tell them to go to the other corner so like the guy can come up, 10 seconds breather. UFC, smack in the face, smack in the jaw when they're on the floor, and then like they're just there like they're trying to get up. So I don't like, to be honest, Conor McGregor, he might last 7 rounds like I said, but that's it. If he doesn't get that lucky bang.
Why do you think 7? I think 7's a lot.
Nah, 7 rounds.
Because I think McGregor's gonna come out swinging.
He has no choice.
100%.
He has no choice.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like he's gonna have to.
Like I'm talking wild. Like, you know, like when we watched Anthony Joshua's fight, and then the 5th round, I just came.
No, basically, yeah, we're watching the 5th. Like we're watching the 5th round, and the way you just switched, like you weren't sure what was going on.
Yeah, I thought something happened. Like maybe he said something, but yeah, that's how I think McGregor's gonna come out.
No, 100%. Yeah, I think 7 rounds.
For your man, he hates this guy.
I don't think they hate each other.
I don't think they hate each other. I think they're really just doing it purely for money.
Yeah, 100%.
But the thing is, like, it's just that competitive nature. It's like, right now, I really don't like you. I know at the end of it, I'm gonna hug you. I might even kiss you on the forehead. But like, that's what's his name did. David Hay, innit? Moist you. Anyway, that's what he did. He was like, no, I'll fuck him up. I'm gonna do this. Oh, listen, I get paid to kill someone. Ha 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 ha. Next thing, yeah, bear kissing him up. So like, I think what they're gonna do, they're just gonna hug it out and say, listen, I'm paid my peas and what? Middle fingers to all of you guys who hated. That's about it. But
to be honest, at this point, I think they're friends anyway.
Do you not think that McGregor's comments were racist?
Yeah, that's a...
when he said "dance with me, boy," I've heard it before.
Dance with me, boy.
Dance with me, boy.
Dance
like,
with me, son.
And then he was doing that. Like I've heard that before.
Serious,
so I don't really think that comment was racist. But the one about the black woman, like,
that was unnecessary.
Anz definitely spoke about this, so you might as well say it.
Oh, what, the one about the black woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit mad up. Still, that there's things you should say and things you shouldn't say. And even the things you think you should say, there's time to say it and not to say it. I feel like McGregor, he got lost in a moment and his head just went all over the place and he just said, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to say it. But at the same time, it wasn't that, what he said, I can't remember the exact quote, so I'm not going to embarrass myself and try to remember it. But from what I can remember, what he said, it wasn't blatantly racist, but at the same time, you could understand. It was very disrespectful, but you could understand how people take offense to that statement.
And just here's a little present for my beautiful black female fans.
My advice to McGregor is that next time, bro, obviously he's never going to listen to my advice.
You never know.
Bro, but just defer from saying anything about black people. Because you know he's made it very easy for himself to become a target to the black community.
100%.
Very much.
And
so.
now he's kind of feeding into Mayweather's hands. So, yeah, I think...
I mean, and there's this narrative which is quite interesting is, you know, when the white man behaves like this, it's braggadocious, it's funny, we laugh. But Mayweather's been like this his whole career, and Mayweather's been painted as the bad guy, criticised, looked down on, and it's just interesting to see the difference in how people respond to it.
I think he's just been criticised.
I mean, Mayweather's also a bit of a bad person.
More towards like these recent years, like these past 5 years, he's just been But like a lot of people have been saying, nah, like Floyd Mayweather's like the best. Like look how much cars he's got. This and that. It's just the what do you call this? The hip hop, flashy lifestyle that gets stuck with that. Like listen, you're gonna go broke at one point. So that's what a lot of people paint that sort of image on him. But then when McGregor does it, it's like this guy's like the best. He was even compared to Muhammad Ali with the image where he's in the bank with the money. So like, really and truly, yeah, he's taken his blueprint and just copied it. But then again, you shouldn't really like disregard Floyd because that's his life. Like right now, he's worth hundreds of millions. This guy's worth tens.
Yeah.
So a big difference. There's a massive difference. So yeah.
I mean, I've just been interesting. It's just been interesting to watch these two go at it, like over the last 2 weeks or so, and just how they've interacted with each other, and just the funny things that have come up. I mean, one of the funniest things is when they asked, what was it, McGregor if he's racist, and he's like, how can I be racist? I listen to Jay-Z and Biggie. It's just comments like that just always make me laugh. I don't know why.
Gonna save you.
I know it's not
gonna save you.
I know it's not gonna save him, but it's just like it's funny that that's what he thinks.
Yeah.
People will be like take him seriously. Right. You know what I mean?
That would be like, oh yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Jay-Z, yeah, you're right. You're calm with us, bro. He's not serious, man.
No. But do you think there's a bit of ignorance in the sense he's from Ireland?
Yeah.
Doesn't know a lot.
100.
But respect to my Irish people though. Like I rate you, but you man, your mindset is different. Different. Like, I know us Africans are bad, but Irish people.
No, I know one Irish person. He was really nice.
Like, but the majority of them, especially the men, they all have their like. If you look at Conor McGregor, he represents Irish men in a way.
At this current moment.
At this current moment, like very like put in mind, like don't get me wrong, I'm all for it. Like if you want to be confident in it. Like, but it's just as you said, it's funny to watch, innit? It's very funny to watch and very. It's like he's
comical,
very comical. Very comical. That's
it's like the teacher left the classroom, but then there's the assistant teacher there, so you can't really beef each other pretty much. Because they're just there taking the mic, just yelling at each other, just chatting crud all the way through.
It's ridiculous.
And that's it. But like the funniest thing that I've heard so far is when what's it? My guy said, how can you come here? Just like that, how can you come with a school bag as well?
You can't even read.
Can't even read. Like,
no, that was so disrespectful.
Didn't he open the bag and there was just 5k in there?
Yeah, there's just money. There was just peas in there.
It was just peas. But like the fact that he said he couldn't read yet, like I knew it was coming. Yeah. It was just funny.
Nah, we need to let that joke go, man. 50 opened the can of worms.
No, 50 said
50 finished them, bro.
Yeah.
50 said took the piss.
I'll never
said,
forget
listen.
If you can read one Harry Potter, what was it? Just a page?
The special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man. I had a phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're going to let you read Cat in the Hat.
Yeah, and the mad thing is, Mayweather and 50 Cent are best friends.
Wow.
Their relationship is mad.
It's got to be over now, anyway.
Shout out to 50, man.
Yeah, honestly.
Biggest bull.
No, but he's on Mayweather's side for the fight though.
He
posted a picture on Instagram the other day saying that Conor McGregor is just going to be the 50th victim. That he called him a little leprechaun and all that stuff. And the thing is, 50 Cent will fuck McGregor up. That's my honest opinion.
I think he
Because he can box as well.
50.
He can box as well.
50 Cent is a gangster.
He's a big man, you know.
He's a big gangster. Like he's a proper OG in this thing. Like, no, that's why like, he can chat crud to anybody. No one will mess with him.
100%.
Like, just watch Get Rich or Die Trying, please. Like, bro, once a man lives a life like that, gee, like, just leave
You're
him out,
built
bro.
differently.
You're built differently. Like, you just don't give a fuck anymore.
I guess just to finally round up, who do you think is going to win?
Floyd.
Floyd.
McGregor.
Just
I wanted to just be the one. If Floyd's winning, man, there's no competition here.
yeah, I'm saying Floyd, and it's gonna end pretty early because if it goes on, we could see the end of Conor McGregor.
Nah, I don't think he would. It's just like he'd just be like, yeah, alright, cool. I lost the fight. That's it.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. I mean, what we're looking forward to, I think we're all gonna watch it. Twitter's gonna watch it and give great analysis on it, so I can't wait to see that. But yeah, no, definitely a good fight, one for the ages. If McGregor wins, though, it could be one of the biggest upsets of all time.
It might be.
Yeah.
No, it definitely will be. I'll be upset.
100%. Alright, so once again, here's another footage. I'll be upset. Once again, here's another footage from their press tour. It's been incredibly entertaining to watch them two just go at it continuously. So we're sure you're going to enjoy this hilarious clip.
You some slaphead. You little slaphead.
So this is the third topic of the day. We're going to be discussing seeing people live and what it's like, and some of our favourite artists and what it's like to see them live. Here's the hilarious clip which has been circulating online of someone grabbing Tory Lanez's head. He hasn't. It was that seeing that clip was when I realised Tory Lanez actually has a really weird shaped head. But yeah, yeah. Here is the clip. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you're going to be laughing a mile a minute. Hey man, you just came back from Ibiza. You had a good time. Won't stop talking about it. Won't stop sharing the clips of us of what went down. You went to Murky Fest, wasn't it? Or Stormzy Fest?
Stormzy Fest.
How was it?
I don't. To be honest, I don't know what happened with Young Bane, but I didn't get to see Young Bane. I don't know if he was there, but they said that he was there. So I don't know if I saw him because I didn't see him. But I saw Mist. Mist definitely like had a great time there. But like they had like a different kind of setup. It's like here is the pool, and then here's like the main stage, and then there's like another like mini stage here. So Mist was performing here, then Most like performed here as well, and like. It was awesome, brother. It was awesome. And then when we went to the main stage, it started off with. It started off with. I can't remember who started off, but all I remember there was Dave. It started off with Dave, and then like Dave, like he definitely had like a great setup, great song. Definitely humble as well. Like he invited one guy to sing. To do a duo with Thiago Silva. He was just a random guy in it, and then.
How are these people live? Because you know, I mean, Dave obviously goes without saying makes great music. Even just recently put out a great song. What's it like? Because I can't imagine what's the stage presence like. Because obviously you see people who are from the other side of the pond, like Travis Scott, who use the whole stage, whereas you don't see that so much with UK artists.
Like, Dave wasn't my turn, but like Mist obviously was turned up. Mostak the same. Jay Huss, he was pretty much dancing on the stage as well. Like, and then they ended the song with what's this? Fisherman. No,
of course they're all there, isn't it?
Yeah, they were all there.
That's
then,
mad.
Like,
they perform Mashup by any chance?
Yeah, they performed. He performed every single song of everything that he's done so far.
Oh, okay.
Then coming to Stormzy, like, where did I go? And then Kenny All-Star, like, he messed up the set. Like,
what?
He made it.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my bad. Poor choice of words.
Kenny's a friend of the show.
But he made a great set. Like, his first set, yeah, was on point. But the second set, like, we went and got, like, pizza. So, because, like, everyone just cleared off, innit? And then,
why, after the second set?
The second set was preparing for Stormzy to perform.
Got you.
But the first set was like in the afternoon. It was just lit. Like,
what was he playing? Because obviously he's a DJ.
I was playing Bashman. He was. Oh my gosh.
Fam, you look like you're remembering wine.
Listen, it it was mad. And then like obviously we booked for poolside view of from the hotel, Ibiza Rocks Hotel, but they didn't give it to us for some reason. We're gonna complain. We've already complained. That's happening right now. But like we met with some girls, and they just took us to their room, and then we just saw the whole thing. We enjoyed the whole thing. We gave them some pizza as well for payment. But
you're on the road today.
Shouts outs to the two Asians, but that's about it. No, but like Stormzy, he definitely had a great set. Like,
sorry, I'm just laughing.
but like Stormzy, like he definitely used the whole entire stage. Like he was definitely turned up. You know how he just like
he starts running around, innit?
But like one person I would love to see, or one place I would love to go and see was Tory Lanez. We missed him because our plane was delayed. We're complaining about that as well.
If they hadn't been fighting on the plane, would you have made it for Tory Lanez?
Our plane was delayed 2 hours anyway.
Oh,
it was delayed 2 hours, and then the people on the plane who were adults, they were just drunk.
40.
they were 4-year-olds and they were drunk, and then they delayed it another hour, so we missed the whole thing. So yeah, there's that. Then there is I would like to see Tory Lanez, and I would like to see Ray Sherman, because you obviously know Ray Sherman. What's his name? No, Slim Jimmy. Yeah, he jumped on the thing and he lost his chain.
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, he lost his chain. 100 gone straight.
Wow.
But I would like to see them just because of the presence they bring. I would like to see Travis Scott. The one person I would like to see is XXXTentacion, because that place looks a bit. He just looks demonic, man.
Yeah, I don't even. I mean,
the way
XXL freestyle was just wild.
Like I know his freestyle was a bit. Was a bit mad, but like his like we talked about this in the previous episode. If you want to go and check that out, definitely check it out. But the way they just banged up my guy for doing a stage dive, like I'm not on that hype. So like I'm a cool guy and I do turn up sometimes, but I'm not gonna turn up like that. So those are the kind of guys I like to see. But definitely Stormzy Fest was great.
No, I'm glad you had fun. It's nice to have someone inside. Who had the best stage presence, or like who gave the best performance, would you say?
Probably Jay Haas.
Really?
Yeah, probably Jay Haas. Because Miss was like in the afternoon and not a lot of people were there. But Miss came on with Jay Haas, Mostat came on with Jay Haas. And I think Jay Haas just had like the best thing. Especially because his album recently released as well.
Of course. That makes sense. I mean, and what about you? Is there anyone that you think, have you seen anyone live? Is there anyone you'd like to see live?
Have I seen anyone live? To be fair, Jay Huss, I've seen Jay Huss, and he's a very good performer, as well as Mostak and Miss, because I know those man do bagel shows, and I see them, have them on the Insta, things like that, so I see how turnt they are. But in terms of seeing someone live, I would love to see Abracadabra, flipping Kojo Funds. Kojo Funds is a big one, and also, to be fair, I'd like to see Drake live as well.
Yeah.
Even though, because I know when Drake was recently in the country, unfortunately I couldn't go to his concert because obviously I was busy making my own music. So, but yeah, man, definitely Drake. Drake is a big one, because I hear of what I saw, especially on like people's snaps. He went all out, man. Especially with the people he brought out, and as he loves to embrace so much UK music as well. So Drake most definitely Drake.
You being someone that could potentially have to perform, how do you think you'd go about it?
Just be yourself, because I know it's easy to get lost. Whether you're not confident enough or you're overconfident. The way personally I've done 1 or 2 shows here and there, but learning from that, I would just say just be yourself, man, because it's a thing where your your music is good, especially as an artist. You know your music is good. It's about what all artists look for when they perform is crowd interaction. That's what they feed off of. So to do that, you have to give something to get something back.
Yeah, of course.
So artists should, because this is advice to all artists, never go on a stage thinking it's going to be handed to you in terms of a crowd is just going to be jumping. You have to make that happen yourself. So I would just say be yourself, be fully confident, and just smash it up, man. Just smash it up. Just always have in the back of your mind that you want to remember this show. So you have to do whatever you can to remember that show.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's just so many great people that I think we could all see live, and I think obviously you're a veteran at this stuff now. You went to Love Box. Shouts out to Solange, Frank Ocean, K-Tronada, a lot of people there. What was that like?
Love Box was good, man, because prior to going to it, I've only ever been to Wireless a couple times in the years back, but I feel like the last couple times I've gone, it's just a lot of youths there, so I felt either a little bit out of place or just a bit like the vibe wasn't really what I was looking for. Don't get me wrong, the first time we went when we saw Drake during that Take Care tour, that was sick. I felt like I needed a little bit of change of scene, and Love Box's lineup was really good this year, so it was a very nice vibe. Frank Ocean was great. That guy can, like, you know when you see people live and you don't know if they have like the talent to back up on the stage, he can sing, like legitimately can sing. Solange is good. I didn't get to see too much of her set because it was a bit too far back. Like, but obviously her music is great. A lot of girls with afros and that, you know, all that out, so it was all nice. But K-Tronada was lit, man. K-Tronada might have been the best performance of the day, just because everyone was dancing, vibing. Just everyone there was out there having a good time, man. And he could tell what the crowd wants, and he's a legitimate DJ, so he was mixing and transitioning all the songs perfectly.
Did he do his own songs and other people's, or just?
He did a couple. He done, you know, that song off of Coloring Book with Chance. I can't remember the name of the song. He did that song. He done. He made a remix of Solange's Cranes in the Sky, so he done that as well. And a lot of stuff like off the rip, so just making like things I've never heard of from him before in the moment. So that was really good. But yeah, overall it was actually a good performance, good festival, and I'll definitely go again. My only complaint is the second day had a lot more artists that I probably would have gone for. Now I think about it in retrospect, because I think AJ Tracy was there. I'm not sure. I think 6-7 is there. I might be wrong.
I've seen 6-7. Yeah. 6-7 is too much.
Basically, that had that energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I wish I kind of went on the Saturday because a lot more UK artists were there. But yeah, man, Love Box was sick.
Nah, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to see you had a good time. I just wonder what makes actually like a good show, because I guess one of my favourite experiences seeing someone live was seeing Drake at Wireless doing the If You're Reading This Is Too Late sort of
That was
period
the
in his career.
hardest, man. Jeez.
And it was just phenomenal. And
That
when-
was the maddest.
when you know the words, the song word for word, and some of the stuff he did, he had the tricks he had up his sleeve. For example, bringing out Skepta. I just thought like it was brilliant, really.
That Know Yourself was probably top 3 like moments of my life.
And it really went off, isn't it?
Ringed off.
Well, yeah. All
You better jump up and down.
I was running through the 6 with
I think he's someone who's brilliant live, and he's not like, his stage presence isn't crazy, but he just knows how to control a crowd, if you know what I mean. I think that's what he's very good at. And he knows what to say and how to transition from one song to another very well. And obviously what he did at Coachella with Fake Love was brilliant, and just he's incredibly talented. I think he writes a lot of songs definitely to be performed at concerts, and obviously Travis Scott does the same. Butterfly Effect, we said after seeing him live, it's just taken on a whole new.
What's your opinion on the Travis Scott concert we went to the other day?
Oh god, that was a weird one. It was a good show, like we said, definitely a great show. up until the point he went into the crowd, and we know Travis does this anyway. I'm not like oblivious to it. I'm a Travis fan, so I know what to expect from his shows. It's just when he goes into the crowd like that, he loses a lot of the energy he's gained whilst he was on stage, and it was a really good show up to the point he went into the stage. Into the crowd, and that's where he lost me. Because
crowd surfing.
Yeah, because he spent 90% of the time telling people back up, stop touching me and stuff like that.
Groupies, man, back up for like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, brother, what are you doing? Like,
he came to see a show, and I think he lost a lot of time in that. I think he lost at least easily 2 songs in the time he was. Him and security spent getting people to back up from him.
I mean, what's the point if you're going with security? I mean,
what do you mean?
Like, you're going into the crowd to vibe with them, but you're going with security. So
I don't know, actually. Yeah,
there would be no point, really and truly. But then again, I can understand you might get robbed. Like,
I can see that. Well, after seeing stuff like what happened to Wi-Fi funeral, they probably don't want that to happen anymore.
Because there's Wi-Fi funeral. ASAP almost got robbed. Because he got his Rolex taken at one point. XXX Tentacion almost got robbed. Well, some guy tried to touch his neck, so then he punched the guy in the face. So I understand you're going with security, but it's just if you're gonna go in the crowd, then
it's at your own risk. Yeah, of course, but I don't know. It's just, I mean, like I said, up to that point, it was a really good show, and then it just went a bit weird. That's my only complaint. But then again, I mean, Travis Scott is brilliant. He makes great music, and I'm sure you had the same thing. Like, a lot of songs take on a whole new, like, you appreciate them differently after seeing them live.
Yeah, 100.
And you also learn a lot about the artist, because for me, what I learned is Travis has a lot of great songs, but the features on them are even sometimes better than him. So you think, you know what, the reason I actually really like that song is because of Quavo's performance. So what 21 Savage did on that song, it's just, it's interesting to see. I mean, so going forward, is there anyone that we want to see live?
I'd like to see Isaiah Rashad as well.
I've seen him.
What was that like?
He's really good.
Yeah, I'd like to see him live.
He's really good.
Kendrick, should I see him live? No, to be honest, I like his album. I'm listening to it by myself. But seeing him live will be alright. It'll be calm, to be honest. But yeah, that's the artists I mentioned before, and these ones as well, pretty much.
What about you, bro?
I want to see Ye, man. I can't even lie to you. The problem is with Kanye, it's a risk.
No, that one.
Because the first three, like, he always started the tour off well. There's no running. You think, this guy's gonna do it. And gets to like a certain city.
Drop the beat.
Yo, DJ, stop. And the man will be talking for a good half hour, bro.
Oh man, I don't know.
I just want to see ideas. That's all he's gonna talk about. Yes, I understand it. Yes, it's inspirational, but bruv, I paid for you to perform. Like I didn't pay for speech.
What is that? How do you feel if you went to a Kanye concert and you saw him like just start ranting?
I'm going. Bro, I'll never go to a Kanye concert because that guy is I think he's too unpredictable for me to care. And two, like, yeah, as you said, like, I would go with the expectation of, he would do something mad. And me, I'm not a patient guy. So, especially when you're paying your money to see someone perform, and they're just waffling, like, bro, like, it's either you perform or I'm going. Like, that's the only two things that can happen.
Yeah.
So, the guy's a bit nuts.
Starts giving TED Talks, bro.
Have you seen that meme with Jay-Z? What's it? You know what's more important about spending $200 on a Jay-Z concert?
Credit.
Credit. That took the piss.
Oh wow.
But the thing is, it's kind of true. Like, if that's what you're preaching, then
yeah, I didn't really get that. That didn't make sense. I mean, they've got to make their money, which is how people make their money nowadays.
200 though.
I'm on your side. I agree. I don't think you should ever charge. I'm not paying 200. And what's it for? Is it that front row or something?
If it's to stand about, bruv.
Nah, there's no way. I mean, the album was cool. What can you perform off that album anyway? Really?
Bam.
What?
Bam.
Nothing goes off like that. Not off that recent album.
Bam.
Nah.
What do you mean, nah? That song is live.
I don't know. To go, let's say that is a turn up sort of song.
Yeah.
But to go see one song.
You don't see one song.
You'll do the whole set. Obviously, I know that.
Albums.
There's only one. I know he's gonna, but you're going. None of them work like that.
You're
not going to see one song, are you? You're not going to see one album. You're going to see his whole collection.
Do you think he'll perform everything?
Most of the songs.
I don't know.
No, this is Sean Carter, Jay-Z, Hove.
I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying the album is based around. I mean, the tour is based around this album.
I still won't go, but it's just like it's based around this album, but there's gonna be a whole sort of collection.
He won't do a J. Cole and just perform the album.
Okay, well, that's what I assumed might happen, and I was like, there's not a lot on this album I wanna.
I can't go to
as great as it is. I don't want to hear this album live. Like, it's a great album. Don't take anything away from it, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it'll be boring live.
100%.
It's a type of album, like, it's a masterpiece, don't get me wrong, but it's the type of album that you'll sit down to and think, okay, what's the next stage of my life? Not something something where, oh yeah, I want to go and start jumping. No, because if you think of it, the beats he uses are very mellow.
Yeah, a lot of sound.
And that's you can't make a crowd jump. Like, you could, depending on how much energy you put into your performance, but let's be real, Jay-Z, he's kind of old in his thing.
Yeah, he's not looking to destroy his knees, especially because he's tall.
Exactly.
Nah, well, there you go. That's what I thought. I just thought there might be the potential that he would just perform this album. I was like, I don't know, but other than that,
50 called it golf course music.
Yeah, that was a disrespectful story.
What did you expect anything else from 50?
No.
Yo, it was lit last night. I just got back from the gym. I listened to Jay shit, that 444. I thought the shit was alright, you know what I'm saying? I like the shit. But I'm gonna keep it 100. The shit was too smart. Fuck that. You can't be the best rapper at 47 because the new niggas is here. They coming with new shit going on. That's why I was laughing when with the Joe Buttons nigga, with the Migos niggas, because they up next. You gotta let the young niggas come in. Niggas fucking with Future and all this other shit. Leave them niggas alone, B. What the fuck is the matter with you, man? I ain't gonna hold you up, son. That shit was like golf course music.
Yeah, so I guess just finally, I want to know from everyone, what makes a good show for you guys?
I think it's the atmosphere. Because
that's a great point.
Really, like there was this one time we went to see this. It was like this Black History theatre thing, yeah. And then there was like one guy who was just dissing the host, and like every time the host came through, everyone just started yelling at the host. So like it depends on the whole entire atmosphere, really and truly. If the person can perform all the songs, but everyone has the same environment, the same atmosphere, then I think that's what makes a great execution in terms of a best performance. But if like the person's like the best out there, and for example Kanye West, and the atmosphere is not really on it, they're not really on for speeches, it might be a dead concert.
100%.
So
as good as that someone like Kanye West is, even he is great live, but he can just ruin it for himself and everyone who goes. What about you, man?
The artist's energy, that's a big thing. That's a big thing for me. I believe that no matter who's in front of you, what race, what religion, if you give energy, they will feed off of it, and they will give you what you want. Because I don't think the venue matters. I don't think the size of the venue matters. I don't think that, personally, I don't think location matters. If you have people in a room or in a space and you provide a certain amount of energy and a certain amount of quality,
that's true.
Yeah, that will make a night to remember, no matter who or where. I think that's very important for people to know.
There you go.
What makes a concert good? Probably the girls, man. No. Got literally, Anz got as well, man. I feel like if you come with the right energy, and like if you can interact with the crowd well enough, you'll make it a night to remember. Because You don't want to go to a concert like in London and be like, yo, Birmingham, are you ready? Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna get booed off stage, bro. So you gotta know where you're at, interact with the crowd, play your best songs, and just, you know, don't lose focus of what you're actually there for. The moment you start jumping in the crowd and doing other antics, it distracts people from why you're actually there in the first place.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
yeah, that's about it, man.
I think for me it's the same as with you. I think the atmosphere is so important. If everyone's there up for it and ready to have a good time and knows the lyrics, like knows the lyrics and everything and knows the artist, I think it makes it feel so much better. I go back to when we saw Drake both times at Wireless. It's so much better when you know the lyrics and everyone's enjoying themselves, and even the loose cuts or the more B-side songs, even when you're enjoying those and you know you're just having a good time and everyone's embracing the moment, it's just brilliant. And I think also a few surprises, like doing something that the fans might not have seen coming. So for example, Drake bringing out Skepta, I mean, you might have had an idea about it, but you might not have been too sure if you'd do it. So stuff like that can make a show 10 times better. Or and artists do that all the time now. But yeah, for me, that's what makes a great show. I banged on about it enough, so here's a little snippet from when Drake brought out Skepta. The reaction of the crowd is phenomenal, and just the intro and the way Drake goes about it is brilliant. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this clip.
Man never been in Finsbury when it's shut down, eh? Trust me, man.
Alright, so this is the final topic of the day. We're going to be discussing everything that went down with Blac Chyna and Rob, and just kind of discussing how, what would our perfect girl be, and can someone like Blac Chyna be the perfect wife or, you know, girlfriend material? What?
Nah. Since you started it, why can't she be the perfect wife?
There's so many reasons.
Where do we begin?
Where do you begin? One, I'm a big believer of self-respect, especially in a woman. That's, for me, that's the most attractive thing, self-respect to it. But the way she goes about and from how she dresses to the way she takes pictures. Put in mind, you have two youths, so they're gonna grow up saying, "Oh, my mum used to dress like this, things like that." Mad. Fair enough, you have a past. A past is a past, but going back to the whole thing about why she's not the perfect woman, I just feel like she has lack of morals, a lack of self-respect. She's not really aware of where she stands within herself. Like, I don't think she knows herself well. And yeah, man.
Do we feel like Rob should have been smarter going into this? Like, this is...
No, bruv, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, everybody told him.
You know what it was?
Him, the mum, the sisters, everybody knew. Like, even probably Tiger thought, you know what, I know you're going to do a thing with my ex, like the mother of my child, but you best take it seriously, like, because she'll finesse you.
No, it was. I think, one, he was lonely. Two, he just needed some, like, he saw that she was a bit thick and that, and he was like, "Raw, like, I'm on it." I think he just wanted a beat, I can't lie, and he fell in love with the beat still. And like, he knew what he was getting himself into, the same way Blac Chyna knew what she was getting herself into with Rob. Because Rob is, I said it from day one, Rob is just, he's not right, like, he's actually a weirdo. He needs to fix up, like, he's such a shambles of a man.
He is
such a shambles of a man.
I fully agree with you, man.
Because even the whole thing where he put all them things on Insta, that's such a childish thing to, like, that's such a childish thing to do. Like,
it's also illegal now, like, porn revenge.
Instead of him to go and confront her, like, you know where she's at, go and confront her. They ain't got to put all of her stuff on Insta. Obviously, that's the easiest thing.
What do you mean by porn revenge? There was no...
Nah, he got done in for that. Like, he got in trouble for that.
But there was no sexual images or anything like that.
Yeah, there was.
There was.
He put nudes up.
He put nudes still. But then he deleted it so quickly though.
That's bait. No. You can't be doing that.
Nah,
That's
not at all.
wild, that's wild.
Nah, it was
Wow,
very
he's a grown
wild.
man as well.
That's the problem I have. Like, my biggest problem is the fact that you guys are parents. Like, there's kids involved in this. There's a baby in this. You know, you got a lovely daughter that's come from the both of you. Okay, you two don't like each other, but squash your differences. Don't go to like this is gonna. That's my biggest problem with the Kardashians. Your kids are gonna grow up and see some of the dumb stuff you've done. Like, it's there for the whole world to see. Like, Rob could have prevented this. Now that little girl had to grow up knowing there was a time that the mum packed up everything and left and without a choice. And B, he has to go and she could grow up and find out that this happened. I just think
It's peak.
I don't know how people live their lives like that.
I don't know myself.
Especially where they had their own TV show, right? How I don't this is me personally because I'm an antisocial person, but I don't see how you can allow people to just see just document your life, things like that, especially when you have vulnerable children around. That's just me personally. I know obviously there's a lot behind it. Like obviously you get peas for doing this, for doing that, but it's just saying that it's your private life. Don't you want to keep that private? Because that's the only thing you have at the end of the day, your private life. Because obviously you're celebrities already, so you're already in the public eye, but you're making yourself more vulnerable by doing all of this TV shows. That's why I don't rate the Kardashians. I don't rate Blac Chyna. I don't rate Tiger. None of that. Yeah, they just need to fix up.
I think the girls in that family are better at showcasing the world what they want. So
the only person in that whole entire family that's done very well is Kanye West. He has kept himself to himself. When it's come to the proposal, like him showing caring to his daughter North. That's the only thing that he's shown. He's never shown his face on the TV.
He's been on the show.
He's been on the show
once or twice.
But those are the only few moments he's only been on TV showing his face on E. That's it.
But you know who else? One of the girls that I would say cool, I will allow you is flipping
Courtney.
I won't know. It's flipping. What's that model's name?
Kendall.
I think she's kept herself better than the others.
Yeah.
In terms of obviously I don't know the ins and outs because I don't really watch the show much. I don't really keep up with the Kardashians. Pardon the pun, but with what I see, she's the only one that's pretty. She's the most patterned out of all of them in terms
even she messes up all the time. Obviously with the Pepsi commercial and the whole thing they did with the t-shirts. The t-shirts was a mess, but I guess it's just how do you these sort of girls? I don't know. I don't want to paint Blac Chyna in a bad light, but it's just
she's already painting herself in a bad light.
Yeah, no one wants to be with this type of girl.
Alright, cool. I understand it. For example, let's say you meet a woman out there, whatever, and you get into a relationship, and then. You have to ask her the question, who were you before this? If she was just a dirty slapper, then it's how do you go from there? Where do you go? Do you just say, cool, I need some time to think about this, or do you continue? Now, Rob, I agree with Anz, to be honest. Rob was like, you know what, I just need a beat. And then he fell in love with the beat. He was like, you know what, let me just take this as my girl, whatever. We can all forgive the past. But really and truly, there's some people in life that really do fix up with their shenanigans. But
that's what I think Kim did. I mean, obviously, there's a whole idea that you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Shouts out to Ludacris for giving the best advice ever. But she sort of changed and turned around. Do you think certain guys take on a girl who might have had a bit of a past and say, alright, you know what?
Yeah, a bit of a past.
No, I'm talking about a mad past.
I'm going to say, not every single person in this world is perfect.
Yeah, of course.
You might find someone that is perfect, totally clean, maybe even virgin clean. But, in all honesty, right now in our generation, you're not going to find that, ASAP. Yeah. If you want to find that, then you're going to have to dig deep. But most of the time, it might be a beautiful thing right there. You might ask her, listen, alright, cool. You might do a thing. Later on, you might find out she has a past. My question is, how did Rob not see this in the beginning?
Yeah,
Like,
I think he saw it. He just decided to dodge it because he was that lonely.
Yeah, I mean I think that's the huge problem for Rob was I think he was in a really bad place, and a lot of people thought when Chyna got with him, she might help him personally and help him improve as a person, but didn't do anything. If anything, this will probably just make him feel worse about himself. And the thing, what I was trying to say is just that, do you think certain guys find out, okay, the girl I'm with has a past, and then she goes and does the things that she was doing before, like that sort of person doesn't have a right to be so surprised when the girl acts the way she told you she'd been acting before.
Well, like Dot Rotten.
What happened to Dot Rotten?
Did you not hear P Money sent for Dot Rotten with Miss Pratt?
What happened?
This was last night.
She's
That's another story, lads. That's another. I can't lie, that thing's blown.
No, but like, yeah, with that situation, Dot Rotten knew exactly who she was, and she continued to do it with every other man.
Yeah.
So,
I miss Brother Pen, though.
she's nice.
Wait, she's fixed up. She's fixed up.
Yeah,
bro.
she's now changed her name to like her actual government name. So
Yeah,
from
she don't do the
Miss Pratt
music thing no more.
No, she does. She starts singing and
Oh,
stuff.
is it? I
Yeah.
know she's dealing one. Alright, guys, still I follow on the socials.
Yeah, she's nice. She's decent. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like if you know she's had a past and she still continued to do it, then really and truly you cannot be angry. You just have to accept the fact that rather make the decision to say I'm gonna keep you because this is what I decided to do, or I know your past.
Let's say someone like Cardi B, who was a stripper, aka
Nah.
yeah. What? Nah, you couldn't do it.
Okay, the way I would
Because
choose.
look at what she done.
No,
She changed her whole life. Like everything. Like
True.
she's a different person to what she used to be. And to be fair, you could argue Cardi was just trying to get out of a situation. She's not necessarily. She's made herself completely successful. That would someone could get with Cardi and say, I understand your past and I see where you're going.
Okay, the only way I view things is this, yeah, is if I truly feel that my parents, both my dad and my mum, would see this woman and say, yeah, she's a very good woman. Like, even if she's had a past, if she's had a past, she's like, I've been this way, da 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 da, boom, boom, boom. And like, you know what? She's still a good woman. Fine. If I look at you and I think, no way, in any way, shape or form, give me $1 million. Maybe not $1 million, but give me peas, and I'll probably do a thing. Nah. Nah, I have to really listen. I have to really put myself in a position where it's like, nah, I can't do it.
It's all down to just getting to know the person. Lads,
Really,
lads,
truly.
I'm saying this to the lads out there. You see when you meet a girl, yeah, bruv, just take your time, please. It's not a rush thing. Like, obviously, if you want to beat, do your thing. But when it comes to the wifing and that, just take your time because you never know what a girl's on, never know what's in her mind, never know what she's done in the past. Because you know girls love to lie as much as guys. So it's a thing where, yeah, it's all about getting to know them properly, man.
Pretty much. If you get to know them and they're cool peoples, yes, they've had a past, as I said, and you feel like your parents can accept. That's my final judgment. If my parents can accept this person for who she is and she's changing for the better, fine. I'll definitely take it. But Blac Chyna, forget it. No.
No way. No way.
What do you think?
I think from the moment that Tiger was introduced into the family, and like the fact that Tiger has a kid with Blac Chyna, that should have been alarm bells enough.
Yeah.
So I can't look at the situation in any way and think Rob is a victim, because he, being the only like guy out of all of the Kardashians, he for some reason is the most insecure, the one who needs the most attention, and behaves the most petty out of all of them. If you have a problem with a woman, you don't air it out on social media. Like, that's the last thing you need to do.
He's a shambles of a man, that's what I can say.
I can't say it, so let me keep quiet.
Are you sure, mate?
Yeah, positive.
I think it's, yeah.
Because you can get, the thing is, there's so many ways things can go if you want to marry or get involved with a stripper. You can get you get the Blac Chynas of the world. You can get the Amber Roses, who I mean,
God damn.
she's another
Yeah.
she's another topic in herself. Like,
No,
and
but
then-
with her, it's a completely different situation because.
You feel?
I
Yeah,
think she's
what's-
trash, man. I think the things that she
Swear.
does.
Oh, 100%.
No, I think she's hot. I think she's
No,
nice.
yeah,
She's attractive.
She
but the things
fully
she does
switched up for Wiz.
trash.
She fully switched
Yeah.
up for Wiz.
That
Yeah.
shows.
And she gave her 100% for Wiz,
Yeah.
and Wiz just said
No,
nah.
but apparently she done something mad. That's why I was just.
I heard it was the other way around.
Yeah.
That
I
Wiz
swear.
was just like,
Oh, that's
Out
his
of
own
control.
then.
yeah. But I agree. I think Amber changed 100%.
Well, you got a kid, yeah, and you're putting out pictures of your.
But then that's like.
Actually,
that's a
yeah.
why- that's a
You
mad
see-
thing.
You see what I said?
But you have
My
to
parents
think they
accept
do
you.
it all for
It's
the.
calm.
They do it
But
all
your
for the
parents-
exposure.
Yeah.
If my no, my
They
parents
know it's
would
gonna
never
bring
take
them
it.
money at the end of the day. That's how these celebrities stay relevant, by doing mad things.
Yeah.
Their agent is probably on the phone telling them, "Oh yeah, today you got like." It's probably telling Ambrose right now, "Right, today like show a bit of breast." Things like that. Just so that she can get that sponsorship, almost. Yeah. That Puma sponsorship.
No, it's true.
Nah, you're not lying. I mean, that's definitely. That's why, you know, shout out to Charlemagne. He said it on the Brilliant Idiots. Females don't do what Amber Rose is doing because Amber Rose is getting a bag to do that picture.
there's
Like,
money
don't
involved
get
there,
twisted.
fam, yeah.
Like, she's not doing that if there's no money involved. Whereas if a regular girl does that,
You're gonna
it's
get
not.
finished.
Yeah, like okay, go apply for a job, and then 10 years that, in 2 years later, sorry, we saw this online of you. But yeah, that's what Amber Rose is
Bush
feminism. Like, nah, I don't know.
How does getting your bush out have anything to do with
Bro, I think she's just
I
trying to
don't
encourage people not to shave, and I don't know.
It's, I guess it's taking control of what.
man, that's
Actually, I
fine.
can't
I don't
explain
even
it. I
I
don't know.
can't back it. So.
No, I can't back it either. Still.
Like, it's just such an interesting topic. All these,
Like you're a mum.
but that's. Do you know what? For me,
Just keep
it's
it
not
in.
even. I understand. Like, you want to do what you want to do. It's your body, but when there's a child involved, I just can't see how you can do that. I don't see how you can go out there and display that to the world. Like, there's,
Nah.
he can never chat in a group chat. It's over.
You know what I mean? They'll just drop the picture. That's it, bro. Have you been watching Power recently?
Yeah.
Even with Tariq in school, like
That guy's the dumbest kid. That guy's so dumb. You know, he pisses me off.
You saw him getting the haircut.
Listen,
Pisses me off.
no, but real talk. Listen, I have to say, yeah, Tariq, like right now, he's in the what's this, the rebellious stage.
He's so stupid.
No, he's on the rebellious stage because if you deep it, yeah, like he spoke about what's it, like his dad left him for some other girl, yeah.
Okay.
His dad's driver's dead. That was his best friend, basically, yeah. Sean dead,
Dumb, bro.
and then now he has like no one to kind of speak to.
Now,
Now,
go and conversate with
Kanan-
your age mate, man. Why are you
Kanan, though,
big Kanan, bro.
out of everybody, Kanan, like.
I think he's the dumbest dude I've
Yeah.
ever seen on TV. Bro, like, I'm sorry to switch the subject to Power, but like,
That's fine.
you know, the youth pisses me off so much. Like, I know Power just acting in that, but you know, like,
It
to some
touches
brothers
the
it's
nerve.
deep, you know,
Yeah.
like, and to me it's deep, like, like, shit, man.
I even forgot my point. You were talking about.
I don't even understand how you can be that dumb.
Yeah, he's silly, man.
Oh, something about we were saying you could never put anything in a group chat.
So yeah.
Oh yeah, with
yeah.
Tariq, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the kids roughing him up in the school and they're like, oh, your dad's in prison. Did he use that gun to kill whoever it is? They talk about it in the show, and you're thinking, people pull up receipts, man. Like shit happens with your parents, or shit
Pretty
happens, you know.
Like, if you
your
know
kids
that,
are
if you know that someone's parents are famous, yeah,
It's peak, bro.
peak.
It's peak.
Like if I got, like, say if I was arguing with next guys over something, and his mum was Amber Rose, I'm 100% bringing up a picture saying, right, your mum's a whole.
Yeah.
That's it. That's literally it.
Surely when you come, like, yeah, you just gotta move different.
Yeah.
No, you have to be honest, yeah, like I said again and again and again, if I look at your past, yeah, and I feel that I can't really move forward with you, then safe.
Yeah, man. Just you have to evaluate from early. Still.
Yeah.
Don't leave it too late, lads. Don't leave it too late.
Because she could be super buff, but if the past is a reckless past, and you know moving forward she's gonna bring all that with her.
It's just long, fam.
Nah, man, that's just extra weight. on
But
your
then again,
shoulders.
what's her name? Blac Chyna's mum is a stripper as well, so it's like.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strip
Wild.
club. Like she goes strip club with Blac Chyna sometimes.
That's
and that.
wild, fam.
I mean, I guess this is a perfect time to ask, what are the sort of things we look for in girls? Obviously, we're steering away from we clearly aren't interested in people.
As Anz said in the beginning, self-respect. You have to have self-respect. Like, if you have a past, then that's something I'm have to go over with you. Make sure that that past is like looked at, and then we can analyze and then move forward without like having to be judgmental and whatnot.
100%.
But self-respect. If my parents can accept, if I feel that my parents can accept you as a human being right now, as you are today, not as where you were back then, but today, then yeah, that's fine.
What about you?
Same thing. Put the nail on the head, man. I think that you gotta be, of course, you gotta be kind, mothering, because obviously that woman's gonna have your kid at the end of the day. Be able to embrace your culture as well. If she's not like a part, like if she's not away from where you're from, willing to make sacrifices, man. Because at the end of the day, everyone has their dirt. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have to overlook certain things from both sides. Like, I mean, men, we're trash, so we do our own shit too. So it's all about compromise, man. That's what a woman needs to be able to be, compromising. Because if Beyonce can let Jay-Z back in the yard for cheating.
They made cheating seem cool.
Cheating is calm down.
It's their fault.
A big thing that both boys and girls should also consider is that you need to be able to know yourself in a way that, like, a lot of people, I see a lot of people like get into relationships and they don't know who they are in it. They'll just go out partying for no reason, things like that. Like, you need to know your self-worth and that. Like, when I say that, it's in terms of let's put in consideration. Okay, at our age, people go out to things like motives and things like that. But let's say the way I evaluate things is like, do you need to go to that motive? I know obviously like people want to go out and have fun. I'm not against that, but it's a thing where if people have more important things to do, so. That's how I can tell if someone knows themselves. Like they go where they need to go, they are where they need to be, things like that. So they're making use of their time on this earth, things like that. 100%. So it's just small things like that, man.
More straight to the point, not lose count.
Exactly that. So yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, I think that's perfect. I just think it'd be interesting if we had a girl here and how, because obviously we're all men, all black men as well. I just wonder how it would be. So I guess it would be interesting to definitely discuss this. I think we should discuss it again, but hopefully we'll have a girl sat here and
female perspective is good.
Because I think definitely we might be just talking wild. We might. I just want to put that in because we know we could be wrong. We could be saying the wrong things, but I think for the most part, I think
our parents raised us right. Like,
I'm not disagreeing with that, but I just think we could be saying something and someone could easily disagree and think.
Our parents raised us right.
I just agreed with you on that. I'm saying that someone could think differently to what we've said, but
be your parents.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate.
I hear you completely, bro.
I guess just to end this one, here is the intro to Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the old one, back when Rob used to be skinny. It's a shame because I think he was a cool kid when he was younger.
He was never cool, fam.
I have no complaints about Rob.
Scott needs to sit him down and be like,
Scott of all people.
Look, young G.
Scott is even trash himself. That's just the blind leading the blind.
Yeah, true that.
But Scott was.
He just needs a father figure at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing. I know that's what you wanted to say.
Jesus. He's waiting to get
I know you wanted to say that.
You're waiting to get that one off, fam.
100%. But no, I think that's important as well. You're a bad guy.
We should end that there.
I just clocked. You're a prick. You're bad. You're actually bad. Alright, God forgive you, though.
Alright, we're ready.
No. You're right here.
The wind, you guys? Is this necessary?
No change.
Awful. No, that is not cute.
Yeah, go on. Yeah, I need someone to make me laugh.
Where's Kim?
Kim is always late. I'm here. Get out of our way. Stop. Jealous.
Enough.
Stop.
Enough.
That's it, we're done.
Money. lads, this has been a great episode, definitely one for the history books, and we're so grateful for you joining us today.
Thank you for having me, bro.
I had so much fun with having you here, and it's nice to have a guest on and get a different perspective on things, because obviously we can get a bit stuck in our ways. Lads, this is your chance to tell the people where they can find you online. Starting with you, man.
EMyG45 on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. Just like if you're following me, just DM me, say yo, watch the episode. I really appreciate it. I'll give you a follow back as well. Yeah, man.
As I said before, find me on Instagram at Anz Milliano. SoundCloud and Twitter is Anz Milliano 1. Yeah, Anz Milliano 1, the number 1, not the actual word 1. I don't really give out my Snapchat because I keep that kind of private. But if you get added on my Snapchat, or if you're able to find my Snapchat, you're a very lucky person. So
perfect. Well, and once again, where can they find the music?
The music, as well as SoundCloud, which is Anz Milliano 1, you can find it on all my videos on YouTube. Just type in Anz Milliano. I have 3 videos out right now: Last Night in Peace, Tina, and the Test intro. So yeah, you find that all on YouTube, and much more content to come.
Perfect.
Yeah, man, Cole Sanusi, found me on Twitter. I use that the most. Instagram, Snapchat, it's all the same handle. So yeah, shout outs if you listen to this on SoundCloud or if you watch this on YouTube, man. It's nice to get some feedback, so
perfect.
Appreciate that.
You can find me at 2Dems on Twitter. Yeah, man, just follow us and just subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. We're grateful for everyone who's watching. But yeah, now just another great episode, and once again, just gonna say thank you to Anz for joining us.
Thanks for having me, lads.
And until next time, enjoy.